Welcome to the Good Karma Sportfishing Podcast. I'm your host, Captain Ryan Van Fleet.
And welcome to the Success Codes Podcast. I'm your host, Melinda Van Fleet. Well, hey, Captain Ryan.
Hey. What's going on?
It's mid-September. Oops.
Oopsie.
And it's been a month since we did a last podcast. Our last podcast, I was checking, was middle of August, and it was quite a fierce one, right?
Yeah, fierce.
And since then, it's been a little crazy in our household. We've had the tower card in our business, and we didn't know what that would end up being. And then Ryan had it come to him on something that he needed to change. So this podcast is about change and embracing change and knowing that you need to have change in your life and business. And that goes with like cutting cords and ascension, which is all things I just talked about in my podcast as a solo podcaster. Again, the Success Codes Podcast, episode 45. But this conversation is in conjunction with Ryan. And I thought would be good for us to do as a joint podcast to really help a lot more people out there, especially couples, especially people in business, entrepreneurs, people that just know that sometimes you just got to make a change.
Yeah, sometimes that's one of the hardest things that I've learned is that it's like I do have to make some changes from time to time.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So, and we knew something was going to be happening.
Yes, we knew something was going to be happening. I've had a lot of things going on. So I built Crew 1. I've been doing Crew 1 for...
It'll be 3 years in October.
3 years in October. And I just had to make some tough decisions. So I had to close that group.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So extremely tough decision. Extremely.
Mm-hmm. And one of the reasons why was so you could focus on Crew 2.
Was to focus so I could focus on Crew 2.
Mm-hmm.
Crew 2 takes
more time.
It's more time. There's a lot more that goes into Crew 2. Extreme detail as far as the presentations go, the amount of information that's shared, and yeah, it's a level up group. It's a level up group.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. And just for anyone that may be new to our world, Ryan started private fishing communities. Again, the first one he started during COVID. The idea came to him during this summer, and it was an idea that came to him to really help with mental health, like something to do. So he wasn't able to fish. He wasn't able to take charters, so he started making fishing lures. And that evolved into Crew 1, which he really calls, I don't know, what do you call it? Good Karma Fishing Club Community?
Yeah.
He kind of changes the name sometimes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Names aren't really important in our world.
Right.
So
it's a different...
more the vibe.
Right. Good Karma Fishing Club 2 we meet twice a month in that group, okay?
Right. So the other one was once a month.
Right.
And more of like mastermind-ish.
So how that group works is I pick a topic and a presentation. Mm-hmm. The first meeting of the month is a deep dive into that topic. For example, we just finished up a spot finding presentation.
And everyone wants
everybody wants to get the spots because the spots make the difference. Oh my God, what spot are you gonna be fishing at today, Captain? Where are you gonna be at today? I'm just gonna follow you around. The super fan.
So here Ryan actually created something to help people get to the level he's at. Instead of just trying to mimic it, he did something to actually help people out there. So you could just like learn it yourself. You don't have to deal with it. I don't understand. This is one of my things. I do not understand how it feels good in your brain to be someone that is just like stealing someone's spots on the water. Like, I just don't, like, that's got to be such a self-triggering process. I just don't understand. And we don't need to get into this.
We're not going to get into that.
Talking this out loud because I'm just like, how does that feel good? It's stealing. Like, it's just like not a good
I just
feeling.
think that it's
so weird.
I just honestly, and Melinda might get mad at me for saying this, but I just think it's how you were taught and how you were raised. a lot of it.
It's probably a combination.
I think it's how it's a combination.
Everything should be blamed on parents.
And I don't think everything should be blamed on parents either.
I don't agree with that.
I just think it's a combination about how you evolve and the type of person that you are. The real type. It's just it's the type of person that you are. It's a personality thing. The first thing I learned when I became when I started working on the water is there's two types of people. The person at the dock and the person on the water. So
you've said that for years.
And I've said that for a long time.
You have. You've always said that.
And yeah, there's two types. There are two types of people that are on the water. And
yeah. Well, and you've also seen many times over the years people turn.
And people turn on you.
Yeah,
it's like, I always go back to like wrestling. It's my escape.
Right.
I like to watch it, but there are some life lessons from that. It's like
you always have.
There's like
from your wrestling.
Yeah, it's like when the two wrestlers team up together and they fight together for a couple of years, and all of a sudden one turns on him, and then it creates a whole new scheme. And they call those guys heels. So it's just like it's the same thing. Fishing's the same way. Mm-hmm. Any sport's like that. I mean, like.
Life is like that.
Life is like that. People that
go into business together, a lot of those people end up, breaking up.
Yep.
Kind of goes back into my cord cutting.
Yeah.
From my other podcast episode. Like sometimes you just have to cut the cords because people grow apart, right?
Right. People grow apart, and I encourage guys that have like. Not to run away from these guys. And what I've seen is that I've seen a lot of really good captains out there not stand up for themselves.
Mm. Yeah.
They just have they ran offshore to start. They just start running away and leaving areas because they give it up to these guys. They give it up to them. And a good captain does not back down. You don't quit. You don't give it up to some guy that didn't decides he's going to come in and start pushing you out of the way. And then when you back off of him, it just gives another guy that opportunity to do the same thing. So right. I've seen that happen down here. I'm seeing it.
Yeah, yeah. It's tough, though. Because then you've got the whole customer thing.
Yeah, then you got the whole client thing going on.
Right, which, we don't have to get into that.
We don't get into that. Yeah, we don't need to get into that.
But some of you may know probably what we're talking about. But
the client,
it's hard. Yeah. So my point is, it's very challenging. It's a challenging balance. And here, Ryan created something and is putting more focused, intentional effort into this piece of his coaching to really help people. So all in all, he had to cut something else out of his life. And that's part of life. That is what happens. And, so many people deal with overwhelm, stress, and anxiety because they need to cut something. They need to change. They may have a tower card in tarot or the death card in tarot, and it's a good thing. It really is one door closing and another door opening. And that's how we really hope that people take this podcast if you are dealing with something in your life or your business that just needs to go. And even if it's a painful thing, you may need to just cut the cord and move on. And then sure enough, something else is going to open up or be able to grow.
Right. That's exactly right.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So Ryan really wants to grow Crew 2 because he's able to share more information, more tips, more knowledge in that format, in a 2-call Zoom call per month format. So he just feels it's more effective. When he gets off those calls, he just feels like he actually was able to do what he intends to do. So
right, that's exactly
we had to make a call.
Yeah, we had to make a call. Yep. So that's it.
Mm-hmm. And when you're really aligned with your purpose and your mission in your life, then you're going to have feelings like that, where you're going to go, it's not about the money in terms of oh my gosh, you need to hang on to every single thing you have. If you have 5 million side hustles, take a look at that and go, well, this side hustle is really where my heart is. And, I can focus more effort on this if I get rid of these things, if I exit these things out of my life or my business. So that's really what happened in a nutshell. Mm-hmm. And then what ended up happening, you ended up doing more things with the marina too. Right.
Yeah, I've taken over some new responsibilities at Tavernier.
He's having fun doing that.
At Tavernier Creek Marina. Tavernier Creek Marina is a special place for me. I absolutely love the marina with all my heart.
You were so grateful.
And super
really
grateful. So I'll be taking on some new responsibilities there as far as helping out the tackle shop and some other things that we're working on. So stay tuned for that.
Mm-hmm.
So we're planning on doing some great things at Tavernier Creek Marina. So this coming season.
Yeah, we have a lot to do, right?
Yeah, I really enjoy everything about fishing. I enjoy, and if my heart is in it, then for me it's like it's just something that I love to do.
Yeah,
So,
you're obsessed with fishing.
Mm-hmm. I've had, I just finished shooting a video, and it was like last Sunday. I shot with, I think it was last Sunday.
Yeah,
with Chad at Chad Gone Fishing on YouTube. Chad. I met Chad. It's funny. I met Chad. I think it's been almost 2 years ago. I met Chad, and he fished with a client. He had booked He was on with a client. Has a trip, and we had an amazing time. We caught some awesome fish, and I like Chad's vibe. He really is just super authentic, and that is like the best thing I could say is that he is who he is on those videos, man. He is like fun to be around, like just super excited to catch any fish, loves everything about it, and that's my vibe. And the energy level is just really high with him. So we decided, I was like, yeah, it's time that Chad and I made a video together. So we did, and the whole mesh behind the video was we were going to go looking for big fish that day, and maybe do it. And we did a little bit of bottom fishing, but I was not going to put the focus on the mutton snappers in the video. Mm-hmm. So I wanted to go look for other stuff. The biggest thing was we wanted to knock the wahoo off the list, and we got one.
Looks almost as big as him.
Yeah, he got a nice early season.
Nice.
Keys wahoo fishing versus everywhere else in the state of Florida is a little different. Our location here in the Upper Keys, but he got a nice wahoo in the morning, and we went and did a little bit of bottom fishing. It was a little slow on the bottom, but we didn't spend much time. So we ran offshore looking for some big dolphin. I bypassed the 20-inch, 23-inch schoolies. I left them alone. I just ran right past them, and then we dropped a big bull, hit one on the long blind trolling, and we dropped him, and then found a frigate bird, pulled off a couple, and then ran back in, finished up the day doing some vermilion snapper fishing.
Yeah,
so
you limited out on that, right?
Yeah, he limited out on verms, and I wanted to show Chad about how we were catching he had just listened to the podcast that morning about how I catch vermilion snappers using one line, one hook, and a piece of bait. And I wanted to show him how we did it, and he did it, and then we came home. So it was a great day.
Yeah.
Yeah, really fun.
It's a great video too. I really liked it. You know why I liked it? Because and this is no disrespect to any of the other YouTubers at all. I think it's nice that people have different vibes and in different ways that they do their videos. I like Chad's because I felt like I was on a fishing trip with him. Yeah,
and Joey at Down South Fishing, he was the one that filmed the video, and I had never met Joey, and it was so funny. He had made a comment on the YouTube video back in May about someday I'm gonna be able to fish with you and Chad. And it just so happened
he
that
manifested
it.
Yeah,
so he manifested it. It's so funny. And then there he is. He's on the boat filming, and
That's awesome.
I like how he.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I loved how he spliced the videos back and forth. It kept everything moving, and it was just a lot of fun. So Joey did an awesome job.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so good. And then speaking of YouTube, you've also been adding some shorts.
Yeah, I've been doing the shorts for the YouTube. So I've been putting a short on a day, and like I said, guys, we talked about my YouTube channel and what I want to do and the vibe with that, and I'm getting there.
It's been a process.
It's a process. You can sit down, you can talk with me, type of thing, and that's probably what we'll do more. So, and then do some filming. I don't know.
But
being on camera, I'm getting.
he's amazing. This is the craziest shit. You are so good on camera. You were just in your head too much. It's crazy.
Yeah, and I'm like,
I just don't even understand you sometimes with this whole chaos. But anyhow,
we're getting there with
he's
it.
Getting there
slowly but surely. It's coming along, but we're starting with the shorts, and I'm getting used to it, and. Yeah, it's moving along.
Yeah, and I still love my YouTube, so consistently once a week, plus my podcast is on YouTube, so definitely check out my channel as well. I'm wrapping up a series on masculine, feminine energy as a couple, as a single person, and just in general, all that content is loaded with law of attraction and manifestation tips. So I'm just grounded in the topic and the theme, but you can definitely fill your boots on all the codes and ideas and things I'm dropping and story examples in that content between my podcast and my YouTube. So check it out. Yes. Yeah. Anything else you want to add?
No, I think that it's going to be an exciting month. Like I said, I am working on the YouTube stuff. Mm-hmm. So wouldn't be surprised to see a video out this week.
Ooh, foreshadowing.
Maybe, we'll see.
Does anyone even remember what foreshadowing is from like grade school?
Oh my God. I think everybody's like, a lot of people's minds are so numb nowadays.
Oh my gosh, it's so crazy.
People need to like, I don't know.
I drive to Miami a lot. I'm very involved in a lot of different things in Miami. And a couple months ago, I was like, why are like these young people driving really slow? Because, I mean, we've been here for 14 years and people in Miami normally drive really fast. And I'm noticing more and more people are driving slow. And then I realize everyone's probably high. So. Jeez. We live in a world that's a little different now.
Yeah. So, I don't understand, man. So. And I'm not being an okay boomer either, man. I just like, I see it. I'm like, everybody's got to copy everybody's shit. Yeah. Nobody's original anymore.
It's very different.
Yeah, it's a different world. It's a different world.
And you're not a boomer. You're a proud Gen Xer. I'm a proud Gen Xer.
Have you guys heard the shit that we talked about and did? Like,
oh my God. I was thinking about that with college. I'm going to see my friend Kristen.
Jesus.
On Tuesday. And I'm just so fucking lucky that I went to school and there were no cell phones or the internet. Like, honestly. I don't know. I feel bad for like kids in college now. Her daughter just went away to college.
We bring up like we used to watch like
college together.
We used to get together and we'd like talk about like movies and shit. Now everybody's like, "Oh, what's that?" I don't know. But have you watched such and such on YouTube? I was like, "Fuck no."
I watch YouTube all the time. I'm a big YouTube person.
No, just some weird show on YouTube. Oh. Like some weird like. I was like, fuck no. Haven't watched that.
You're still watching wrestling.
I'm still watching wrestling from the 90s, man. I missed out a lot of shit in the 90s, too, because I was always working. When I got out of school, I actually had to fucking work for it. Worked my ass off. Mm-hmm. I worked my ass off.
And look at what you've become.
Yeah, I worked my ass off. Right. Put myself through school. Got out of school.
Did you walk 10 miles in the snow?
I walked 10 miles in the snow.
10 miles in the snow.
Back then, the bosses were fucking. There was no politically correctness with the bosses in HR back then, man.
Honestly, sometimes I think we need to get back to that.
Yeah, they were like they ran your ass.
Made you stronger.
They made you stronger.
Strong like both.
And now I feel bad for you guys that are managing now, man. What you got to put up with.
I know, it's actually sad. So let's wrap it up.
Yep.
We just wanted to give an update, say hello for our monthly updates, give anyone some inspiration and encouragement out there if you're looking at making changes in your life or business. These are things you have to do. You have to figure it out. So if you feel like you're having a tower moment, just roll with it. See what's going to happen. Close the door and see what new door opens. Yep. What else you want to say, Ryan?
If you get called in HR this week, Melinda's going to be mad at me. But just tell them to fuck off. Be a man.
Ryan Van Fleet. Oh my God. If you're interested in working with me, check out my website, melindavanfleet.com. I just updated it. That's actually what I've been working on this last month, and I'm super excited. I love it. And I might be sharing about that journey soon. I took a video of my old one before it got taken down. I have a lot of next level learnings that a normal marketing coach would never, ever, ever be able to help you with. So if you are looking to up level your brand, the 3D and the other fields, feel free to reach out to me. I can help with many things, but check out my website first so you see all that.
Yeah, Melinda's new website's awesome. Check it out. And, I want to leave it with you. Leave one thing with this on one little tip. Sorry, I stuttered there a little bit. But we talk about intuition and fishing and decisions that we make on the water, okay, often. And I constantly get asked about why I do this and why I do that. And I tell people I just honestly wake up in the morning and sometimes I just do what feels right. That's intuition. I've always had some sort of intuition when it comes to fishing and hunting over the years about why I make decisions to move based on wind and what I'm doing. And it's just because that's just the nature of some people's intuition are stronger than others. And now it's not to say that you cannot build your intuition, because I've worked on it and Melinda's helped me with that. So if you really want to get stronger and become a better fisherman, then there's more to just like tying lures and getting all the best stuff. You really have to work on your mental part of it. And that's like building intuition to make a move and make a change. What lure you're going to put out. There's no black and white with that, guys. Nothing. And a lot of it's sometimes just intuition. Should I stay an extra half an hour? Sometimes you feel like it, sometimes you don't. Mm-hmm. Sometimes I'd quit a little too early, but my mind was telling me not to. My mind overrides that now. If it's allowable on the trip and I'm within the boundaries, then I'll stay a little bit longer if I know that there's that possibility of a bite. And I never used to have those. Like, I had that feeling, but I would always override it and never trust it. And then once I started trusting, things started to happen more and more. So in order to build that intuition, it takes a lot of work, and there's a lot of like practice and techniques to do that. And Melinda is who you should contact to really help you guys book a session with her. So you can email her.
Yeah, awesome. Thank you, honey, for that. Yeah, thank you. That's my jam. That's what I help people with. That's why I am a next level master teacher, coach, mentor, and I'm happy to help people with this. It's what I love to do. Yep. Because we all have the power within us. Most of us just need some help to get there. So reach out.
Yep. That's all I got. Make sure you guys check out the new video at Shotgun Fishing.
Yeah, it's so great.
It's really good.
And make sure you like and comment and subscribe.
Yeah.
People, come on.
Quit being like...
Subscribe, like, and comment. Seriously.
Yeah. Don't be a backroom creeper.
Yeah. Seriously.
The backroom creepers.
What is up with that?
I'm watching you from the back, but I'm not hitting like, and I view you, but I'm a backroom creeper.
I know.
I'm a backroom creeper.
You're so weird. Anyhow.
Well, that's what it is. They're backroom creepers.
Tell people your Instagram.
Good Karma Sportfishing _FL_keys.
My Instagram is Melinda_Van Fleet. All this information will be in the show notes. So,
guys, anytime you're fishing, it's all good.
Thanks for listening.